What's up, what's up, what's up? Why did this change? What's up, people? Let me change this. I have to close this. So, let me do this. And if I go there, well then this goes here. If I go back, I can move the table where the, not exactly, where my real table is. Now I can leave the, yeah. What's up, people? How you doing? I'm a magician. Look here. I can leave the racket in the air. I'm a fucking magician, baby. So as you can see, I did a little bit more now this week. This week was about storyboarding, but storyboarding is just for pussies. I'm drawing. I will draw a table and then the racket, and then I will say this and this and this. Oh, fuck off, storyboard. I mean, you know what? I have to say it now. I really have to say it. Like when I took the VR course from University of Michigan, from professor in human and computer interaction, Michael Mesbeling, the German potato, and University of London, Goldsmith. Boah, I thought, fuck, man, this is fantastic. I stopped school after Abitur in German. I don't know what it is. It's like college. It's like after 11 years, I stopped. They kicked me out. This was illegal. I could have sue them or whatever. If it was in the United States, I could sue them for a few million and never work again, because I would almost never go to school, man. I hated school. And now I know why. This is such for stupid people, man. This is like they have robots and they feed you something in your brain and you should be a good little robot. Don't think for yourself. Don't be creative. Just repeat what I tell you. I mean, this is, and it's nice to see that now, like people like Elon Musk and others, they're saying it's total bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, and it's killing the kids. They have now this. I'm going a little bit on the side. Doesn't matter. He said in Finland, I think. In Finland, they have like a new style where people kids go also outside. They learn to engineer things, like simple things, like build something and so on, and hands-on. This is how you learn best coding. It's hands-on. It's not like learn the code, A plus B, C, bracket, make it. You will never remember this. It's exactly like with the languages. I learned in school in Germany. I was like 7 years English, and I reached a point where I could make an interpretation of a piece of Shakespeare. Imagine. This is the level of English I knew. But then I came to Greece and I couldn't speak 2 sentences with people at the beach. It's the thing you learn in school is one thing. It's like cold, dry theory. And it's another thing in practice. The best English I learned through some girlfriends I had from New York and from London. I was teaching them Greek majamba. And through talking or watching movies and how they talk and without translation. This is how you learn. And this is how you learn also to code best. I mean, there were some courses in Udemy where people came and said, look, I took a computer science course, like, not course, like a degree, bachelor, whatever, 4 years. And I learned more here in a few months through this course for 10 euro or whatever than I learned in all those years in the computer science. This is all like dry theory. Many things you don't even use. Or Elon Musk with one nice video where I worked with many scientists. He said, look, it would be easy for me to go the science road and publish some useless papers. And they were laughing, ha ha. So yeah, well, it's true.
Most papers are useless. Tell me one paper, tell me which papers are actually used in real life. Everybody writes papers, and this I saw now with University of London and Michigan. This guy, Michael Nebeling, he is such a fucking moron. He made me angry. And he wrote like 20 papers. Read this paper. No, I will not read this paper. Show me how to do it. It's like I want to teach somebody table tennis. Yes, read the table tennis paper. What was table tennis? How it was created? If it was in London 100 years ago, and why the rubber is like this. This is all bullshit. This is all lost time, wasted time. Take the racket, brush the ball. That's it. And in coding, take this thing. For this to go there, you need to write this script. And this script works like this. And then you keep it in your mind because you want to do something. Like, I want to grab the racket, right? How does this work? Do you have a desire to learn to do a thing? And then if somebody says, look, you have to do this, and you take this script, you have to put here, it's like grabbable and like interactions, like grabbable is the racket, and then you have interactions in the hand, and la la la. Then you learn specific things on the project, on building. Everything else is such this was such an eye-opener. University of London, University of Michigan, man, this guy, if I would meet him on the street, I would beat him up, I swear. I would beat the shit out of him because wasting 3 months of my life. Talking, hot air, blah, blah, blah. And then I was on this, what's called? Like, where they gather, like, how do you call this? Where they gather and they do some how do you call this now? Like computer science, blah blah, like conference or something. And then I was on this conference and blah blah, and you can read this paper and blah. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up and tell me, how do I put this racket here? This. I don't care what and what conference you were, what you have studied, what you do with your life. Fuck off. If you want to talk about this, do a YouTube channel and talk about it. And whoever is interested in you can come and listen. I'm not interested in you. I paid money so you can teach me how to build a game because you are a professor in computer science and computer interaction. And then he was showing, and this is like this, and then I built this. I don't give a fuck what you built. Teach me how I can build it. And then 3 months over, and I learned nothing. This is not a joke. I learned literally nothing. Zero. Then I did a video and posted it there, but they deleted it, of course, because it made me super angry. I'm like, this is it? This is what you learn in university? This is an absolute fucking waste of time. And all those Musk and also I think the Zuckerberg and Apple guy, they're all left. They had some basic things, and then they all left and worked and learned. The best hackers are like kids who just have a desire to learn and then work on the job. The whole school system, the whole how is called, like the system to teach, how do you call it? My brain is like, because I want to say all this, what I mean, now I will stop now because it's too much. The whole education system is such a waste of motherfucking time and money. They're asking, like, now I was in university and they said, you want a bachelor degree in computer science? Like 20,000 euro or whatever. Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Like, this course, like on Coursera, it's like you pay like 50 euro a month, and then you can take whatever course. You can then take courses if you want. I take also some on human anatomy, which I like, because I bought a skeleton. I like to know things. But the whole, also like with school, this reminds me of school, like 12 years in school, I didn't learn shit. Like, the only thing I really use now from then is some basic English. Okay, this was good, because if I didn't have this English, I wouldn't be able to learn more. Now I talk much, much better English. I talk now better English than German, and I was growing up in German. I had the right to become a German citizen, or Greek. Because it's what you use. I didn't use German for a long time, and now I talk German, and it feels like fucking robotic language. Like "Hallo, wie geht's dir? Ist alles gut?" Like people were telling me this when I was in Germany, but I was like, "What? It's good. It's good. It's normal." But you talk, and it's different anyway. So whatever you use, this is what you remember. Nothing. Erdkunde, chemistry, biology, everything a waste of time. Nothing of all of this can be used. You know what? You need to read and write this, because this is how you get information, except if you're a saint. Then English, of course, because this is the language. I learned also some French, like half year, but I don't use it, totally forget it. Je m'appelle Dimitri, je travaille, and blah blah, and suck my dick lie. And all the rest, chemistry and biology and sports was anyway a fucking joke. And this was a joke. They kicked me off because of sports. Imagine this, professional athlete. And math, you need some math, of course, some basic math. I was taking, you have to take in Germany, if you go to the gymnasium where I want, is the highest school education. You choose 2 topics where you go hard on. And I choose math and sports. And I learned math, which I have no clue now if you show it to me again. All the equations and geometry and blah, 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 blah. Like I don't know how high level it was, but I did 6 hours a week or whatever. And this was my main thing, this and sports. I don't remember anything of this. And I don't use anything of this. So this was also a waste of time. Now, I don't know, simple geometry, like a quadrat plus b quadrat plus c quadrat, the Pythagoras. Simple things like this. 5 and 5 is 10 or whatever. And many people don't use it anyway because they have calculators. It's such a waste. And then, what else? Latin. I have Magnum Cum Latinum, 7 years. For what? For what? Nothing. Because if you go and study medicine, you should. Why? Because many words are in Latin. Then people should also learn Greek, because many words are also in Greek. When you say many words generally are Greek. Like phobia, let's say, because blah blah phobia. Phobia means fear, which people use it anyway the wrong way. You have homophobia. No, it's not homophobia. You're not afraid of gays. You may not like it. It's homodisgustia, you can say, but not homophobia. This is phobia, like arachnophobia. This is also 2 Greek words. Arachne means spider. Phobia. Arachnophobia. You are afraid of spider. This is phobia. But anyway, I'm drifting off. So it's all a fucking waste, man. And there was a bit. So this was good that I took those just to open my eyes and see. When I saw what Elon said, I said, man, he's fucking right. He knows all of this. He's a fucking genius.
I'm a fucking genius with 177 IQ.
They kicked also Einstein out of school. They said, you will never become anything. Because it's fucking boring. People want to learn when they are excited. You need desire. Not sit there and learn this if you like or not. No. It's like, what do you want? This? Okay, learn this. Then you want to learn, how does this work? This? Yeah, tell me. Because I like it. Then you tell me, this is a pile of shit, and now you have to calculate the mathematical geometry of the pile of shit. Who the fuck cares? But you have to do it, because then you get. And this was also with Michigan. He was asking things like this. This had nothing to do with the course. This should never be in there. He was expressing his own fears, like for data privacy and what will happen, and if people have the AR, and then they take pictures of your living room, and where does this go, and will this keep, and how long do they keep it? Okay, this is phobia. Okay, you're afraid of this. Suck my dick. I don't care if you're afraid of it. I'm not. And this has no place here. This has no place here. You are here to teach me about VR, how to build a game. If you are afraid or not, fuck off. I don't care. And then he made tests, and then he said, okay, what is with data privacy? What? And then I don't agree with him, but I have to give him this answer, because this answer will let me pass. I mean, this thing so much reminded me of school. I hated it. 3 months, nothing. I'm serious. Literally nothing. He didn't say, this is Unity game engine. And he said, VR for Unity and Unreal and some web design or something like this. Nothing. He didn't say, okay, here's the Unity site, download the Unity, open the Unity, this is the inspector, this means this means this, here's the hierarchy, here's the inspector, here you put things, here you scale things, here you turn, here you move. Nothing. Nothing. Or open a script, and this is like mono behavior, and you start with void start and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Nothing. I'm not kidding. Zero. And then this now with University of London. Same shit. First month, like history of VR. Blah, 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 blah. Who the fuck cares? And am I going to be a historian about VR? Who the fuck cares? It's like I'm saying, okay, hey, you wanna learn table tennis? Okay, sit down. You know, in 1948, there was a birthing person in UK. Her name, his birthing person name was Abdullah Muhdullah Faktalullah. And he was playing in the club, blah, blah. Who the fuck cares? Show me how to play table tennis. If I want to learn, I can go Google it or GPT it. Anyway, so, but then they showed something, how to put, okay, I have to tell the truth. I always tell the truth. I have to point out that then in the second month they showed how to put things like the table here, how to put it here, how to put it where you want, how to rotate it, how to scale it. Then they showed animation, how to put animation, like this girl I had here where she, okay, then they really were teaching something. And now it's the fifth month and last month where you have to create your own game. And then, so this is okay, but still the most, all what I do now here, I did it on myself. Nothing of this. With GPT pissed me so much off, man, many times, wrong answers. Then I talk, now at least I have now instructions where you can tell GPT how to talk with you. Of course, I say to talk to me, what's up, brother? And this is good because GPT talks so much. It's most of the waste of time, blah, 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 same. And then I told him, look, I just want the answer. If I tell you how much is 5 and 5, I want you to say 10, nothing else. I don't want you to say, this is arithmetic, this is algebra, and if you take 5 and take 5 apples and take 5 oranges, 10. No, just tell me 10. Don't waste my time. If I tell you write the script, then write the script. And don't tell me why in this. If I want to know something, I will ask you. Like, explain to me how this works, why this works. So now there are instructions is better, but he still forgets. But without GPT, this would not have been possible. That's right. He pisses me off. I'm saying he pisses me off, but without him, no chance. Because even this, and then he's very good at explaining things. Like, okay, how does this work? How does coding work? Why void update? Why start? Why get rigid body and not this velocity, angular velocity? Blah blah blah. He's very good in this. And then if you just dig deeper, then you will find the right answer in the end. And so this is the way to learn. Or back then when I took the 2017 the Udacity course, it was super expensive for me, like 1,200 euros for 6 months, like 3 times 2 months, 400 each. But compared to university, this is cheap. And this was really good. This was now I see how good it was because of the London and the others. In 6 months, now I was building my table tennis game, but based on what they taught me, not searching on my own. Here, everything I search on my own. I didn't know, and they didn't know how to put the VR thing here, VR integration. So I went to Unity. They have very good. Unity has. If somebody wants to learn, maybe the best is to go not to Udemy, to Unity itself. It has a very, very good. This was one which really, really made me laugh. And pissed me off, like with this Michael Moranda. He was saying, the best way to learn this is to go to them, to the documentation and themselves, like to Unreal or Unity. I was like, okay, then why the fuck do you do this course? If you tell me that the best way is to go there, then why am I here? Why am I here with you? Because you supposedly have read everything from there, take this, distill it and give me the important pieces and explain it to me. That's why you're here. not to tell me go there. Then why you're here? Then why you're paying money? But this is really good. Then Unity, I took a few courses, and then immediately how to set up a VR environment and the grabbable and this. This was all Unity. This was not from the courses. Nobody in the courses taught me this. How to do this. This was from Unity and from the documentation of Oculus integration. Oculus integration is like a framework to work with Oculus Quest, and the XR interactions is from Unity for the Unity game engine to work with many, also with Oculus, but also with Vive or whatever. So it has like more global usage. So it's both. I did both. I did the Unity, I also did the integration. Then the integration. It's bad that Oculus doesn't have videos like Unity. This would be very, very good because it has like just documentation. And the documentation, this is another thing, man, that pissed me off. The people who write the documentation are stupid as fuck. Like stupid as fuck. They learned something and then they talk to you as if you already know. If I already knew, I wouldn't need you to tell me. If somebody comes and asks me how to play table tennis, and I say, okay, you have to do the reverse pendulum, and then you have to, on the shot, you give shot with a little kick, and then you play counter loop, and they will look at me like I'm talking Chinese, because they have no clue. I have to tell them, look, this is a loop, this is this. So the whole documentation thing, also Unity and Unreal, it's like for people who know how to code. And they say, okay, get rigid body, then like add force, velocity, blah. How? Where? Show me examples, not just the code example. But now that I a little bit got the hang of it, it's easier. But it would be good like Unity. Unity does like videos. There's a guy who says, okay, look, this is this, you take this, and put it there. Unity does it very, very good. And I think they do it because Unreal has better graphics. And this will, you would prefer to go to Unity then, because there's somebody who really teaches you, and it's for free. I think they do it like advertising for the engine, because Unreal is like better graphics and this. I will try. I tried also Unreal, then I stopped. Maybe I will try again later. There's also very nice graphics, everything, and it works better. Like for this performance, like here, sometimes things get glitchy, or with the other environments where it was more graphics, it started getting glitchy. In Unreal, I had like some nice characters. I put like, how many? 30, 40. Like this woman here, she was with a sword. I put like this 30, 40 in one room. And with animation, they were running around, blah, 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 blah. And the mannequin, or it's called from Unreal, this robot, man and woman. And they were running around and doing things. Nothing. It was butter smooth. So maybe I will try also there. So where we are now. So this was a total waste of time. But this was not the best. This was so. And then the experts. Oh my fucking God. In University of London, they were taken for IEEE. It's like some I guess some famous tech thing, IEEE, and from others experts. But they are monkeys. I'm not kidding you, man. They are monkeys. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? Those people are experts. The way they talk, the way they behave. One was yes, and then I do this. What the fuck? This woman is an expert. This woman is like she came right out of the crazy house. And then what the fuck? There were like 2-3 people, and this is strange. This is funny, and maybe not a coincidence. The 2-3 people which were really good were Asians, like Japan or China or what they were. They were very clear, crystal clear. Look, this is this, and this is good because VR is this, and then you do this, and then bam, bam, bam. Like this. Mathematical, on the point, no waste of time, no emotional override, like, yes, and I like VR, I'm a professor. What the fuck? What the fuck? Imagine somebody told you, yes, and then you play table tennis, and you do this, and then you come from here and do fine. What the fuck? People are crazy. And these, because they learned something and they copy pasted what they learned in university, now they are professor. Holy shit, man! There were 2-3 like really intelligent people. You could tell. Like they also the way they look at you, very focused, clear gaze, not like a clown. Clear gaze, on the point. Ba 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 ba. This is good because we can use this, and then we can do this with tracking and real life, and na in 2-3 minutes, bam. So okay, this guy is good. Like he is really good. But the rest, but this also shows you, man, if you have a little bit of brain, not a lot, just a little bit, not to be a fucking moron, you can do many things. But you can do it and learn it like with the right sources. Udemy is very, very good. Udemy, you pay like 10 euro and you have like very good courses, which I took a little bit. Udemy. Unity is great. It's for free. And this thing back then with Udacity was really good. They showed me how to script. Look, this is scripting. This is how the script is. You will not become a perfect like programmer in 6 months, but you will get the gist of it, what it is, and then you can build on it. And okay, look here, and then if you want to make this move there, you can get transform and then apply a force or XYZ, blah blah blah, and then you learn. So now I came to this point where I put here to a little bit check like a ball, as you can see, ball speed, racket speed. This is the ball speed, just the speed. Ball spin, self-explanatory. Racket speed is like if I move my racket. Look now, see, it calculates the max speed. Because there is this thing, like I know I'm a little bit starting with physics, like COR is like what's called like law of restitution, coefficient of restitution. Also those names, man. I have to remember those names. Why? Who made those names? This is this is stupidity. Why do you need to use names which you have to also now in VR? Now this guy from very, very famous, like him, Slater. His name is Slater, and he did the research on embodiment. And then you have to use the word place illusion and because he says so. Suck my dick. I will explain it the way I want it. I will not use the word you say I will use just because you want to put everything in a neat box. And everything categorized in this. This is called now place illusion, and this is Varindamans, Mujungamans, Malendamans. And I have to remember this word so I can talk with all the professors, and we can I can say, look, if I am here in this environment, I feel like I'm really here. This is how I will explain it, like a human, not like a fucking robot, because this is. I don't even remember the names. Like place illusion is okay. It's somehow logical. You can imagine. That's why I remember it. Place illusion, like you have the illusion of being in the place. But there are other words which are not like this. That's why I remember it, because it makes sense. Place illusion. Other words like they don't make sense. But then you have to memorize. Just memorize. I hate this. So, what I want to say. Yeah, so this racket speed, impact speed is when I hit the racket at the ball. What speed? Because the speeds of the ball and the racket speed were not same. Because COR, like the word, that's what restitution. You know what it means? It means bounce. It means elasticity. That's what it means. If you say elasticity, everybody knows what it means. If you say coefficient of restitution, Yes, Mr. Schmidt, there in the last row, please explain to the class what is the meaning of coefficient of restitution. What the fuck? And then you're like, it's elasticity. It's elasticity. It's how much will a ball jump back or any object jump back, like here. This means coefficient of restitution. Elasticity, how much bounce it has. And the maximum, it says in physics, that, which I don't know if it's really true, man, but if they say so, it means the maximum is 1. One means like whatever energy comes in comes back. So if you throw it from 1 meter, see, it will not come to the same place. Look, see, I let it drop from here, but it comes here. So this is about 0.8, and this is the bounce I put on the ball. This is it. In 1 would mean it would jump to the same level. This is how you explain it for humans to understand, not the fucking robot who wants to write a fucking paper, but doesn't really understand the things. Coefficient of restitution. I always forget it because it makes absolutely no sense. This is like Chinese. It's the same as if you would say Sriladinga Shudum Tahala. It's the same. You know nothing when you read this. It's elasticity. Everybody knows. It's how much bounce it has. So, and it says in physics, like the moment two things collide, there has to be a loss of energy through the collision at the time of collision. So even if you have a flummy, like those very, very jumpy, bouncy balls, kids play down, they will never fly to the same place. You let it drop, and they go lower, and this. And like very rigid things, like a stone, has maybe 0 point something. It falls, bop, and stays down. So this is what it means, and this is what is important also for table tennis when you hit the ball. And many things can be done through this. So I never understood, like, how can I swing? So this says then, if you swing at 10 meters per second, the ball cannot be faster than 10 meters per second. That's what this says. But this is not true. This is not true. And GPT was talking about, and this is not true. Then how can I swing at 10 and this goes to 20? There's something wrong. Even if you have like an extra bounce, like boosting and so on, it should not be faster than except if an external force is pushing it, like explosion or something. So I don't know. So this is what I did to check, and then I found how to, or I saw how it is after the table, ball speed after the table. So I'm slowly getting the Magnus effect, that the ball is curving in the air. In the beginning, I would loop, and like with 11 and Racket Fury back then, the ball would drop. You could not like brush the ball, and it goes upwards. I found somehow to solve it too, but you know, it's so much work. It's so much work. The good thing with me is, of course, I have the experience of table tennis. They didn't have anything. They just took a math, and they didn't know if this is right or not, and it was not right. Both were very bad. Then I helped Carrot, and he did something which he said is a forerunner of lateral restitution or throw. We worked together one day, said, no, it should throw more, no, it should jump more, and then he did the math, and that's it. And the same I did with Racket Fury. And they changed it. It was good. I was playing only Racket Fury, but then they changed back